All right, guys, I've been gone for a few days, enjoying the holiday, spending time with family. I hope that's what a lot of you did. I did do a little live stream where I gave away some packs, but I know only the winners really watched that one. But I'm glad that a lot of you watched my last video about Splinterlands. Thank you for checking that out. I do hope some of you Splinterland players check out these videos about the fight land, because I think it's going to be one of those games that we're pretty early in, just like I was pretty good early into Splinterlands, and now I have a lot of good money from Splinterlands, and I think pretty soon Fight Tan will be really good too. But we'll get back to talking about the Splinterlands. This is the weekly one with the giveaway I do all the time. Remember, to get into the giveaway, you do have to come over here to the post on Hive. I leave a link to it and do a comment here. So we'll go ahead and go over to the wheel, and we're going to do a quick little shuffle here, and then we'll go ahead and give away the 1,000 the DSC. Now, that isn't worth as much money as it used to, but it is worth just as many cards. I bet you this person's glad they won cash for something. I'm not going to say it, but they are a player. They've won my things before, and then they get, maybe some of you will check that out. But we'll see what happens. So we'll go ahead here. I need to do just a quick update because these numbers aren't accurate. I spent my credits that I got, and we'll send out this 1,000 deck. So like I said, right now, if you're winning deck from mini contests, winning it from me, doing anything else, it's not a bad time to look into buying cards with it. The reason why you might want to buy cards is because cards have gotten cheaper. That's something that a lot of people are worried about, that card prices are coming back down a little bit. And some of us that have good collections have seen $50,000, $75,000 of our collection go away. But if you're a true player of the game, you're planning to continue to play the game, you're planning to continue to go into the land version of the game, and you're just going to keep playing this game to continue earning money, earning free cards, being able to rent those out, sell those cards, do all these other things, then the money that your cards are worth, it's going to go up and down. It's gone up and down throughout the seasons, and it really is going to be very close to the price of deck. So you have to understand that as dark crystals go down in price, cards are going to go down in price, and that's because cards can be burned into that coin, and so that holds up their value a lot. Now we're going to start off by going over the town hall, and then we're also going to need to get into the airdrop preview for the next two cards. Now I'm a little bit late getting this out to you. It's been out for a few days, 4 whole days, and some people have done some videos on it, but I'll give you my thoughts, and we'll show you what I was right and what I was wrong about on what they gave away in the last town hall. Now I will go through this town hall quickly, because the one before Christmas was really just them talking a lot about kind of like a year in review without an official year in review. He gave every person in the town hall a long time to talk about how the year went, what they thought about the game, where the game was going. There was no real big updates in this town hall, except for you did get to hear a lot of them talk about the fact that they really think that land is going to be something very special. They're really pushing to have it be something very special, very rare, and they, for the first time in this one, pretty much said that it seems like they will not be making more land. Now in the past, they kind of said like maybe eventually in the future they might release more land, but Aggro kind of put it down this time that him and Matt have talked about it. They want the land they have to be very rare, very valuable, and so there will be no other new land coming out, is what this town hall made it seem like. Now you have to remember, when I talk to you about town hall leaks, these are things that they always say come with the caveat that they could change. They also did say that there could be other kind of land. And what I mean by that is the land that we're got right now, if you own land or if you go purchase some, is going to be on Pretoria, and it's going to create resources, and those resources are going to be used to craft spell and equipment cards. Those spell and equipment cards will only be able to be made by players, so when spells and equipment come into the game, and it's a new facet of the game, a whole new part of every single battle, all the cards will be crafted by players and sold to players. They will not be made by Splinterlands or sold in packs. So it's a very interesting thing to give away that much of their economy to us. They will get that 5% fee that they get on market transactions. So they will make money off of these cards, but they won't be selling them in packs. Now they did say that they will have a very basic set of spells and equipment that'll be given out to people who buy their spell book. And so it'll be kind of like how everybody gets a level 1 of like certain cards when they buy their spell book, and it changes as the different sets come out. Well, when equipment and spells come out, they'll give everybody a level 1 spell or equipment. But in order to level them up, because I imagine the level them up is very similar to the current way we level up cards by getting multiple copies of them and burning them together, well, you're going to have to go out to the market and buy those off of players. And I am imagining when those spells and equipment come out that they're going to be very, very expensive in the beginning. And then as time progresses and players are able to craft more and more copies, they should reach an equilibrium point and then maybe eventually get super cheap. But at the same time, there's only so much land, there's only so much resources being created, and it might take a very long time before a lot of players could have a max level card of every spell. They have said that somebody like me who has 200 land still might not be able to craft resources all by myself or equipment all by myself. I still might have to barter and trade with people in order to do it. Also, we do understand that the resources that you can produce will be for sale on the marketplace. So even if you are a player with only 1 or 2 or 5 lands, you can still hopefully maybe get a super legendary one once you open it up. But even if you get regular ones, you'll be able to work them, get those resources, and it'll be one way more that you're earning money from Splinterlands. So that's a lot of what I liked about there. We got some interesting eye candy from Nate, including some that had to do with what a land card might look like. So you should check that out. They do have timestamps here if you come to the post. But, you know, there was no big leaks, no breaking news. I'd say the one thing from here, for anybody that's wondering if we're going to sell out of our Chaos Legion packs very quickly, it's starting to look like we're not. It could be a combination of the market going down. It could be a combination of just the end of the year. It's Christmas time. People have other things on their mind, so maybe they're spending their money on gifts and not ready to buy a lot of packs and cards. Or maybe things are going to pick up really strongly in the next week. But the pre-sale has only sold out less than 2 million of the 6 million packs that he was going to order. Now, my group is just putting together our pre-sale thing. I just paid my payment today. We're buying around 60,000 packs, but obviously at 60,000 packs, we're not pushing them up anywhere near that 6 million packs that they had allocated for the pre-orders into the general sale. So it does look like on the first day of the sale, we'll sell around 1.6 to 1.7 million pre-ordered packs and whatever people decide to purchase on the market. I don't know how many people have been tracking this and now are just deciding to buy big buys on their own, but if they are, then we could see maybe it push up to 2 or 3 million packs sold in the first 24 hours, and then we'll get that next airdrops 3, 4, and 5 if we say sell 3 million. But it doesn't look like we're going to spend all 15 million. And the good thing about that, now a lot of people might think like, oh no, that's bad. There's not enough hype. People aren't buying up all these packs. But Splinterlands is not just about hype and pack flipping. You want new players to be able to come, join the game, spend $10, get their spell book, and then try it out, see if they like the game, and then at that point go out and spend another $40 or $50 buying packs, and then another $40 or $50 buying packs, and then hopefully get a couple teams up to level 2 or 3, get into bronze, start earning DEC, start earning free cards, and then next month buy another $10 or $20 worth of packs. That's how it was when I first joined the game. I was able to then blog about it, earn $4 or $5, buy a pack, get into a guild, earn some extra stuff. This is the way the game progresses that allows new players to get really addicted, keep playing, and keep having the goal. And also, as long as packs are for sale, you can win a pack in your daily chest rewards. That's always really cool when that happens. And so when some of us start collecting those free packs, that gives us an ability to get some extra cards. And sometimes you'll get a free pack and open up a legendary, and you're like, wow, that was pretty awesome. Sometimes that legendary turns gold foil, and that is still going to be pretty awesome. Now, are we going to see absolutely insane prices for cards? Probably not. It might be a time for you to try to sell some cards if you have cards and you were thinking the market was going to go crazy after this all sold out. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know what's going to happen for sure. I could be completely wrong, and there could be some very large buys that are just waiting for this market to open up, and they're just going to buy all the packs and sell them on the secondary market because they pretty much know they can sell them for about $7 to $8. And So a very large investor could be looking to just make a quick-ish double up, buy all the packs, resell them for $10, you know? But we'll have to see what ends up happening. But certainly there wasn't enough hype going on currently, or not enough people that came through at this point that said that we are gonna sell out. And so the main thing from the town hall that they really pushed was that they're proud of what they've done, land is going to be good, and 2022 is going to be wild. They pretty much said they have some partnerships, some cool things going on, and that there's going to be some announcements that are going to really take this game to another level. So that's the one thing that maybe early on next year we're going to see some of these partnerships, and then maybe the pack sales do go absolutely wild. I don't know for sure, but we'll be finding out together, so it should be a lot of fun. Now let's get into the airdrop cards that got revealed. Now part of what I leaked to you in my last video was true, and part of it they didn't end up following through on. And I did tell you in that video that they hinted to both of these things. One, that they were going to lower the amount of cards that you needed, packs that you needed to have bought to get a guaranteed legendary card, and that they were possibly going to introduce a pack number to get a guaranteed gold. That didn't end up being true. There will be no guaranteed golds, but they did increase the percentage chance to get a gold foil legendary in the airdrops, and they did change the math that they use to get how many packs you had to get one of the legendary cards. And we are still starting at a high number, and some of you might not like this number. You get one for every 300 packs you bought. I bought 1,200 packs so far, so I'm only going to get 4. So I went from getting Dr. Blights at 1 in 50, so a whole bunch of them, to only 4 of the next one, right? But that is the true math that is here, and I did this with my guild groups. If they did the same math as Untamed, it would have been 1 in 425 packs. So they changed it around a little bit to give us a little bit of a better drop on these cards. So for every 300 packs you purchase, you'll get one for sure. Obviously, if you're a lucky person, maybe you'll get a whole bunch of them, even though you don't have 300 packs. But you never know for sure what's going to happen with these. They did say that it's going to be the same for both 2 airdrops, so there's going to be no in between or anything like that. So right now I'm looking at getting 4 of both of them, and then I'll be going on into the other airdrops, and I will be able to then also open these in my packs that I open on the after fact. I'm currently holding 400 packs, and I'm buying 2,400 packs in the general pre-order that I paid for today with my guild. Or not my guild, my pre-sale group, the Marcus pre-sale group that we're going through. I'm not really pushing that much in this video because we're collecting our money today and tomorrow, putting in our order. So unless you joined and you're already talking to us, you're probably not going to be able to get into that. But let's check out the airdrop cards that are coming. They are legendary cards. This could help phase 2 maybe get a little bit of some big orders put in there. Some people that want to pull these cards or have chances to pull them in gold status, because the only time you'll have the extra chance to get a gold card is during the airdrop. When it goes into opening packs, they'll be back to the same percentage chance to get a gold card. But they did explain here that they increased it to 4%. That's pretty big. That's twice as many chances, or in theory, half as many times that you have to pull him to get a gold foil when it's in the airdrop. But then when it goes into the regular legendary card, he'll have a much lower chance to get him because of all the legendaries in this set, and a much less chance of him being gold. Now this card is a very interesting card. It's a new add-in. It kind of replaces the cube for that 6 cost high HP non-attacking tank. It's a card that Oppress will work really good against, but a lot of the Oppress monsters are still going to have trouble with him, because if they're a magic user, which there are a few, he has Void, he has Slow, he has Strengthen, so this life is automatically going to be 17, theoretically, at the high levels, and it has a self-heal that is going to be healing for a very high number. You put this guy in front of the two cost monster that heals the back row and cleanses the front to make sure that this guy can always get his self-heal off, then you're looking at it a real hard guy to kill. And it's interesting they decided to give this card only to the blue team. Then with the new set of cards and the new summoner, this is a very interesting card for them, because they're no longer a magic team in that set necessarily. They have a speed boost and an armor boost, and they have a lot of different cards that have melee attack, and they have some good archers, some really, really good high-class archers in the new set. So I kind of like this card a lot. I think it'll be very, very useful. It'll be a nice tank for them to have on their team. They can throw in that front position. It'll be a pretty ridiculous person to put in the second spot in a sniper match and be like, yeah, get through his 16 health when he's self-healing with a triage monster next to him, healing him for 10 per turn. You're never going to kill this guy. So it's a very interesting card to see out there, and you're going to have to think of ways to counter him by using afflictions, oppresses, and things like that if he's going to be coming up on the board. But that's hard to tell, right? Unless you know it's water, it's going to be hard to tell when you're going to see this guy. So that's pretty interesting. Then we have Uriel the Purifier. So Uriel is our first like really big 11 cost tank-ish monster that we've seen that isn't a dragon. So the Robo Dragon's the only 11 cost tank that I know. The rest of the 11 cost monsters tend to be some of them are kind of tankish, but he's kind of interesting. Also, he's going off with that theme, and I don't know if players really like this theme, and I haven't been using it in battle enough to know if it's pretty good. But the charge ability, to where instead of attacking for 4, he's going to skip a turn, and when he attacks, he's going to attack for 12. Also, there are ways to inspire the white team, so he could be attacking for 15 or 21. The interesting thing with that is, if you're using him against a team that has a monster that can kind of self-heal, but maybe only has 20 life, there's a chance that you could use this guy kind of like in the idea that I'm going to one-shot those big guys. He has a self-heal on himself, which is pretty cool for a tank. Very easy to get double healing on him. Or instead of playing healers, you could play repair characters with him, knowing that he'll heal himself, and your repair characters can repair his armor. He flies, which is an interesting little add-on for a tank because he's going to get some misses even though he's not that fast. If you speed him up, then that gets even better. And then I think he has is this Affliction? Recharge. Is that what that is? I can't double check here, but I think that's what that is. That's just an interesting one to add into him. Overall, I don't know if he'll replace the 8 cost tank with Taunt, because that's a pretty cool one, but he's definitely something to look out for in those higher 50 mana, 99 mana, even 40 mana matches, and absolutely will be somebody to utilize anytime melee monsters are the only ones on the board or can attack from anywhere on the board. Alright guys, so we're at about a 17-minute video. It's a little longer than I like these little weekly recaps to be, but I hope you had a good holiday season. I hope you go ahead and check out my post on the Hive blockchain so you can have a chance to win that DEC, and I will be back next week to do this again, and this upcoming week I should be making more content, so feel free in your comment to let me know what you'd like to see a little bit more about. I do know that people want those battle videos of good bronze teams and silver teams. I just don't know if I'm the best person to make them because I don't play bronze and silver anymore, but I'm still going to try to do that and see if I can't come up with some good strategies for you guys to win. I just haven't had the time with the holidays to really do that. Thanks, everybody. Bye.